What's up everybody, and today we are doing another predictions video. So sorry if I don't sound too good. I'm not feeling great at the moment, got a bit of a flu. So yeah, hopefully I don't have to talk for too much, but I probably will. Anyway, so it's the upcoming Major 1 for some reason, it's called that, in Rocket League, and I thought why not do a prediction list. So obviously here are the predictions. I filled this out on my laptop and I've now hopped on to my actual recording computer to record this. However, I didn't really want to forget what I was going to do, so I've just opened the document and I'm just going to talk about it. So going from left to right, top to bottom, here we go. Carmine Corp versus Limitless, easy 3-0, we don't really need to talk about that. BDS versus Elevate, same thing. I put 3-1 because I thought BDS would start off slow and then heat up a lot. And so yeah, I gave Elevate a game because why not. G2 Pioneers, easy G2. Vitality Complexity, the first upset. I don't think Vitality are going to be strong. I think that their peak was the World Championships end of last season. I don't think they're going to do well. So I gave them 3-2, 2-3 to Complexity. Genji Power, I gave Power a game because possibly Genji start off slower, who knows. I've completely forgotten what happened in the NA Regional 3 in Swiss, but oh well. I gave Power a game. I love Power, don't know why, probably because they're yellow and black, my two favourite colours if you haven't guessed. Gentlemates Rule 1, I've never seen this Rule 1 team play, so I gave it to Gentlemates, but I gave it a 3-2 because can't be too sure. Falcons OG, Falcons I assumed would be OG. I don't think OG are at like the point where I respect them a ton yet. But then Luminosity Furia, this was one of the toughest decisions I had to make, but I gave it to Luminosity because I feel like Luminosity have such a good playstyle. And yeah, but then again, NA not as good as EU, but yeah. Now moving on to the uppers. Carmine Corp Complexity 3-1, nothing much said there. Same with G2 Luminosity, BDS Gentlemates, and Genji Falcons, so pretty easy. Now moving on to the lowers. Vitality Limitless 3-0 to Vitality, Furia Pioneers 3-0, Raw 1 Elevate 3-0, and then OG Power 3-1. Now moving up to the round 3 uppers, we have 3-0 to Carmine Corp, so they go in, only dropping one game against Complexity. 3-1 Genji, only dropping 2 games, one against Power, one against G2. And yeah, moving on to the middle, we've got Gentlemates beating OG. I feel like Gentlemates are one of those teams where I've seen them do amazing, but then they've kind of just been on a downhill. So they kind of look shaky, I want to say, but never know. 3-2. Falcons Raw 1. I know that Falcons completely dominate Raw 1, so I gave it 3-1. Now, Luminosity Vitality. If you can't tell, I'm biased to Luminosity, because I love Rattles. But as I said, I don't think Vitality will perform well at all here. I feel like that they've kind of been shaken, because from being world champions, like BDS did this last year, but BDS had a bounce back towards the end of the season. But Vitality, I feel like they're struggling. They're the only team that hasn't made a roster change, in EU at least, and that looks to have impacted them because Carmine Corp destroyed Vitality in the quarterfinals of Regional 2. Vitality got absolutely destroyed. I don't think they played bad the whole series, but yeah. However, this regional they played a lot more better, but still not as good enough as we would expect from the world champions, and especially with Zen on their team. And then, so 3-1. Complexity versus Furia. I gave this to Furia because they are the number 1 seed going up against the number 2 seed. However, I could see this going any way round in 5 games. So Complexity could have the chance to win this. Anyway, moving down to the lowers. 3-0 Power against Limitless. I don't think Limitless are ready. I don't think SSA are ready to like face off against other teams. However, Elevate I think beat OCE, they beat Pioneers in 5 games. I feel like it's quite sad that this isn't the same Elevate team that we saw last time. However, I feel like this Elevate team is very good. because if I'm not mistaken, Elevate is Kevin, LCT, and Sphinx, and I think that they could actually do a very good job. Moving on to round 4 uppers, we have Gentlemates versus G2. I just think EU are just better than NA. Like, I think the only team that could challenge EU is probably G2. And, like, Genji were lucky to avoid EU. They got OCE, Mina, and NA. However, G2, they've fallen, well, victim to Genji. But then also Gentlemates. Again, I could see this go either way in 5. Or even 4. But I've got Gentlemates. Anyway, BDS Luminosity. I think BDS, they're starting to heat up now. I put 3-1. And then Furia Falcons. As I suggested, I've only ever seen NA and EU and a bit of APAC. And also, of course, SSA because of Young Money Clan. But I feel like Furia take it over. Well, the number 1 in Sam beats the number 1 in Mina. Moving on to lows, Vitality versus Elevate. As I said, Vitality could be shaky, so I gave it 3-2 to them. Raw 1 versus Power. I've never seen this Raw 1 team play, but I know Power have a lot of confidence coming into this because they just perfect swept their region. They didn't drop a single series. Amazing. Complexity OG. I gave this to Complexity. I feel like OG have shown us what they can do in their own region, which of course to lots of people doesn't seem much, as EU seem to be the more dominant region, especially the French, and oh wait, Vitality didn't make it. Okay, anyway, moving on. Round 5. G2, I think 3-0 Complexity. I feel like Complexity could have gone through, but it's kind of like on the brink of like, I don't know if they do. Falcons versus Vitality. I put Falcons because, as I said, I think Vitality, they're going up against Complexity, one of the hardest series. Like, Vitality, Complexity, and Luminosity Furia, I think are going to be absolute bangers of matches. I feel like they're going to have so much action. Or it could just be, I don't think it's going to be like a mid series. I don't think it's going to be like 3-1 boring. It's either going to have lots of action or a team just going to 3-0 easy. And so that's why I think that's going to start off their hard road. They then get some 2 easy matches. Elevate, I might change that to 3-1 actually. Okay, and then going up against Falcons, I just think Falcons are just the better team. Now, Luminosity Power, I don't think are ready yet to like beat like the top dogs, become like top 8 in the world at this point. So I've given it to Luminosity. Moving down, here we go. So quarterfinals, Luminosity 1, Carmine 4. I just think Carmine Corp are just better than any other region. Like, I think Carmine Corp could go to NA and like be in NA and still destroy everyone. Bear in mind that's just me saying that. Okay, I gave Luminosity a game though because I feel like Luminosity could take game 1 as Carmine Corp try and get used to Luminosity. Because obviously Luminosity being the huge underdogs in this match, I feel like Luminosity could produce something, but overall, as much as I love Cheese, Magic Bear, and Rettles, and Raw Greg, I don't think that they can do well at this. BDS Gentlemates, I feel like Gentlemates just on the level of BDS anymore. I think they beat BDS in Regional 1, but then after that BDS have just like stepped on Gentlemates. It's just not even easy. It's not even hard anymore, sorry. And so Gentlemates lose that. Genji Falcons, it's Genji, probably like 3rd best in the world, if not 2nd possibly, but that could be pushing it a lot. So 4-0. Now Furia G2, this is going to be like the Moist versus Furia matchup from the Spring Major in London, I believe. It's going to be, no, World Championships, not London, what am I talking about? World Championships. I think this is going to be super close. I feel like this is like a heavyweight match, one of the probably the best match, and I think that it could go either way. I'm going to say game 7, overtime 50-50 chance, I want to say. Genji G2, we'll start from the bottom because it's more interesting. Actually no, it's not. Genji just dominate G2. I'll give G2 the odd overtime win, but other than that, Genji just win. Carmine versus BDS. Carmine Corp, obviously the better team. They're the EU number 1 seed for a reason, and Vitality aren't. So therefore I've got Carmine Corp going through. Now, moving on, it is now the final. Carmine Corp versus Genji. Big stage. Carmine Corp just easily take this in 5. I just don't see NA being on as high of a caliber as I see EU are. I think that in region wise, I want to say NA1 is probably like very good, but then NA2, actually NA1 and 2 are very good, but they can't really compete with EU a lot, if you get what I mean. Like, it's kind of harsh how well you've got like 3 of the 4 EU teams all at the top half, and then like 2 NA, 1 Mina, 1 Sam, and then 1 NA here. But it is what it is, and to be fair, I think anyone who doesn't have Carmine Corp at least getting top 2 is very crazy. And like, if you don't have Carmine Corp as the winners, that's fine, but I think that everyone expects Carmine Corp to win, unless if something goes wrong. I think that Rise, Atto, and Vatira are an absolute god of a team. Like, looking back from last season, Atto and Team Liquid, him, Oski, and Acronic, I thought were amazing. I thought that maybe next season they could have won, but unfortunately Team Liquid left, and Acronic's not doing as well. He's at Lunar Galaxy, I think, and I follow them sometimes, but it's unfortunate to see Acronic's not doing as well as he should be, because he should be like competing at majors if not winning them. But yeah, Oski's on Oxygen, didn't make the major, but yeah, Atto and Carmine Corp are absolutely steamrolling everyone in EU, and I think that actually they've only actually lost 1 series, and that was against Sir, who aren't even in the major. They didn't even make quarterfinals, I believe. Oh no, they did, but they lost to Magnifico in 7 games. But yeah, Carmine only losing once to Sir in the open qualifier. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed my predictions. I know they might have been off with Vitality, but hey, that doesn't really matter. Actually, kind of does. But anyway, hope you guys have a good day, and hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it.